welcome back to another episode of Hustle with Jesse W. And today we're going to talk about a mental type topic. You know, it's not going to be any tips or tricks or how to do this, how to do that. It's all about our mindset. You know, oftentimes we get into mindsets where we can't go or reach a certain goal because of our background, whatever it may be. A city you were born in, a country you came from, your family's financial stature. It all depends, and oftentimes we put barriers in front of ourselves when we set our goals, if we set any goals at all, and we start to think that we can't reach certain things, or that when we kind of like get to a plateau, that's it. We hit that roof and we can't come back from it. You know, we just stay there, bam, stay around here, bam. It's like a graph, like a stock trading graph. Kind of like if you're a stock trader, if you follow my stock trading videos, when you kind of hit that double top and the stock just comes right back down. So a lot of times we get into our mindset, and we get that into our mentality. It's a part of our way of being, our way of doing things. And that kind of like just holds us back. It really does. It holds us back. We don't reach our full potential. So we're going to talk about a couple things here, and like put some stuff in perspective. The video won't be long. Well, I mean, you could just look down there and you're going to see how long it is. It won't be long, but it will be detailed. One of the first two topics, actually first three topics we're going to touch on is the annual median income, household income in the United States. That's about $61,000. It's not bad money at all. But remember, this is household income. It's two people working. That's two people making about $30,000 and change a year, okay? Sure, at that point, you can definitely maintain a household if you're not in debt. Remember, guys, debt is what cripples families when it comes to finances. It's not about how much money they necessarily make, but how much they're in debt. So, $61,000, not bad at all right? We're talking about a decent income right there. I mean, you can make your mortgage payments, provided you didn't get into some bad mortgage. You can pay off your car fairly fast if you're very strict about it. You can take your family vacations, pay for clothes, food, and shelter. Okay, it's a basic salary. It's pretty good. It's not bad money at all, especially considering most single adults out there do not make that kind of money in the United States, let alone in the rest of the world. Okay, so that's more or less the median household income in the U.S. Now, just because the stats say that is the average, doesn't mean that you shoot for that. Why would you shoot for that? Do you want to be average in your income? Because you could be an amazing, video game player, baseball player, chess player. You could be amazing at those things. All right? But why would you limit yourself in your income? Why limit yourself? Why limit yourself in anything that is good? Why? There's no point in limiting yourself. So that's one thing, okay? The average is about $61,000 in the United States, and I'm going to drop the links below. I'm not coming up with these numbers on my own. I'm going to drop the links below to where I did this research, so you can click on them and research, a little bit more in depth if you want. 61,000. Why shoot for 61? Shoot for 90. I bet you if you ask somebody that's making 60 right now, if they would prefer to make 90, they're going to tell you yes. It's just the fact of the matter. You ask somebody that's making 30, did you want to make 60? They're going to say yes. Why? Because money is a tool. Some people think, money is the root of all evil. Money makes you greedy. No, man. Money is a tool like a screwdriver, a hammer, a rifle is. All those things are tools, okay? You use them to facilitate a job, a task. Whether it's for fun or for work, it doesn't matter. They are tools. A pen is a tool. Your keyboard is a tool. Okay, money is nothing more than a tool. Can it and will it enhance the person's own personality? Absolutely. If you're a douchebag and you don't have money, guess what? When you have money, you're going to be a douchebag the same. It's just the way the world works. Money doesn't change who you are. It's just going to enhance who you already are. It's not going to change you. It's just going to make you a little bit more vivid. You're going to be you in HD, 1080p, 4K. Okay? That's just the way it is. So get that out of your mind, because most of the time people put that in their mind just because they're afraid of taking the further steps in order to maybe achieve a larger income. Just because they're afraid of the work or they're afraid of the rejection. So if you ask any of these people, would you want to make that kind of money? They're going to say yes. Most people are going to say yes. Why? Because it's a tool. With that tool, you're going to be able to have access to better healthcare. You're going to have access to better food. You're going to have access to better vacations. You're going to have access to better clothes. You're going to have access to better homes. You're going to have access to a whole lot of things that people with less income do not have access to. This is simple, like economical stuff, guys. All right. Now you have that. We've already touched that subject about the median household income. You want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I'm certainly not a millionaire. We make a nice living here, my wife and I, but we're not millionaires. Not yet, anyways. You want to be a millionaire? I've talked to so many people that think that becoming a millionaire is like one day to the next. Just because you see Jeff Bezos, who is the richest man right now, the owner of Amazon, CEO, just because everybody knows his name now, it doesn't mean this guy became a multi-billionaire last week, man. This guy's been working his fingers to the bone for years upon years upon years upon years. You just hear about them when they've already reached greatness. You hear about them when they've already surpassed that threshold. Did you know that the average millionaire is 50 years old? It took them from the time they started working all the way to the age of 50 to actually become a millionaire. It takes average 32 years to become a millionaire. A millionaire is defined by having $1 million in assets. Okay? So it's taken people, on average, 32 years to get to that goal. So pace yourself. I know I'm pacing myself. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're not going for the 50 yards here. We're going for the full marathon. We're going all the way, and it takes time. It takes time because you're going to trip and fall. I'm going to trip and fall. Lord knows I've tripped and fall. And it's just happened. I've fallen a bunch of times. It's just the way it is. I've been up at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning working on stuff that a few months later didn't work out. It's just the way it is. And maybe we'll touch on that subject one day in one of my upcoming videos. It's one of my old online businesses. I still have it. It's still there. It's not bleeding me of cash because it's just there. It's on hold, basically. It went from being awesome to just on hold. And we'll go in one day on an in-depth video on that one because it's a good story. So we've seen that 61,000 is the average. Don't shoot for average, shoot for greatness. We've seen that it takes 32 years on average to become a millionaire. And we've seen that the average person becomes a millionaire by the age of 30. So if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s like me, dude, relax. Relax, the train's not leaving you. It's just getting started. We're just getting there. We're just getting good. We're getting that momentum now. We've never lived in a time where it's been so easy to start and launch a business as we are in right now, where we can just go ahead and launch a website and bam. The only way for us to get to the finish line is by starting goals. The new year is upon us and everyone has goals. The average person stops their goals, I believe, 3-4 weeks into the new year, because we put too much pressure on ourselves and we set goals that are just extraordinary. We can't reach them. They're like way beyond the standard, what is actually reachable for us, right? If you made last year $100,000, why in the world would you set yourself a goal this year of making $1 million? You're talking about $900,000 more you have to make this year. Is it possible? Absolutely, especially if you've already been working on something that you just need a little gas this year and it just catches fire and bam, it blows up and you hit it. It can happen. But if you're not doing that, right? If you haven't thought that far ahead, if you're not working on that project, if the dominoes aren't lining up, then chances are that's not going to happen. So set realistic goals. If last year you made $30,000, this year's goal, let's shoot for $45,000. It is perfectly plausible for you to make an extra $15,000 this year flipping things online. You just got to put the hustle and time into it. You got to have the drive and the want and the desire for it. It is that simple. So that is a good goal. It is reachable. If you made $100,000 last year, it is perfectly within reason that you could say to yourself, I am going to shoot for making $130,000 this year. It is possible. It is not impossible. It is very possible. Set up goals that you can actually hit. Don't set up goals that are setting you up for failure. And know your risk tolerance and know what you're good at and what you're not. and go after it. Research, study some more, and study again. Because studying is stuff that stays up here with us and it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. Study and experience, that's what gets us to those goals. So set some realistic goals, work on them every day, a little bit at a time. Don't try to conquer your goal all in one day. Don't try to conquer the world in one day. Wake up, make your bed. You made your bed, you had breakfast, you sat down and answered your emails. Bam. You just hit a bunch of things in one day. And it's not even like freaking 9 in the morning. You know, you have a lot of time left. So that's what I'm talking about. You set yourself and you pace yourself and you go step by step and you hit them. You knock them out of the park. And this year will be awesome for you. I know it's going to be awesome for me and my family because we're already on pace to hit our goals. All right, guys, until the next video, I hope you're having an excellent start to your day, your morning, and your year. This is Jesse W. Catch you later.